tough to just see these cats just kill each other, and we get shows like this that have to come here. You know, being that we're been in the top 10 murders per capita is sick.
We as black people as a whole, we got to get ourselves together so that we can come together. You know, because if we come together, we can rule this nation, and there's nothing that can stop us.
What do you think are the most pressing problems here in Oakland now?
Pressing problems here in Oakland, let's start with black people, we need to know our history. I think it's very important to know our history, who some of our former leaders were, from Paul Robeson to Huey P. Newton to Sojourner Truth. Because if you know what these people went through, your forefathers went through, this racism that we encounter, this police brutality that we encounter, this overt rape, whatever it is nothing. That these people went through some stuff, and it would give them a push. I think it's knowing your history.
Us.
Yeah, strengthen it. And you can kill another. You can never kill another black man if you know your history.
What else do you see?
I think first knowing your history and knowing what your forefathers went through, and then and second is economic power. Economic power. That means getting a job. I don't know what the problem is, what your problem is, whatever, but everybody got to get a job and do something, no matter what it is. And then,
do you think there's equal opportunity?
No, there's not. Well, we know it's not. So let's stop all that bull.
So what should we do to address that?
We have to establish our own economic power. If they ain't gonna give you a job, then you gotta accept a job. You gotta create a job. You gotta do the job. But I don't know what you do. Go to carpenter school. Learn something so you won't be in the system. You get caught with dope, you're going to jail, so don't cry. No more crying. If you get caught in a situation, you going to jail. That's the way it is. You know, black people, we know who our enemies are. We know when the popo gonna come. We know this, we know that. So this is a unique war. We at war, and we know where the enemy is.
And in the street, we're pretty good business people, too.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You gonna take me around the hood and show me what's happening?
Are you ready to go
I'm ready for Oaktown.
All right, all right.
I want to see it. Let's roll.
Take a journey with us. I'm gonna show you the town. Let's do this. Judge, this is one of the barber shops in the hood. Welcome to Oakland. Come on in, get cut up.
That's right.
Oakland style. Give him a Jerry curl.
How do you think we had a black male crisis in America, particularly from your Oakland perspective?
Let's be real. You got these youngsters out here. First of all, these youngsters out here are not getting a proper diet in the morning. It's hard to focus in school when you ain't got food. They cut out the school lunch programs. If school ain't your thing, because, you know, the teacher can't take care of everybody, so you're falling behind that ways. There's no really, they're going to promote you anyway. They're going to put you to the 7th, 8th grade. It don't make no difference. So here you in a situation where your skills is really not really, you know, where they should be.
And if they're not educating our young people, which they aren't, educating them properly in the black and brown school districts, then you're right. They can't be competitive. They aren't ready for the workforce.
Right.
How you gonna work somewhere for somebody and you only have a 10th grade education and something on your record?
I don't think it's so much about race as much as about class.
I'm inclined to agree with you, brother, about the class issue. Mix in a little racism.
This is my block that I grew up all my life. What's up, young man? I'm doing all right. I'm gonna talk to you. Are you still selling weed? No, I'm sorry.
What you think of Ron Della, the new mayor?
Everyone wants instant gratification. They feel like as soon as he comes into office, he's going to be able to make a change immediately.
How's crime since Ron Della?
We have no crime in Oakland.
We know?
No. There's no crime in Oakland. Don't believe it. Don't believe that. Don't believe there's crime here.
Don't bring
we can walk down the streets with a wallet and no one will mess with you.
And leave our doors open.
I leave my doors open all the time and leave bread out and stuff for people to come in and eat.
So we talk about Ron Dillon's, but like you said, Ron Dillon's has a tough job, and going to McClimate's is not going to solve it.
But he's dealing with an ideology of the way city government has run, the constituents in the community, and the youth. His main thing right now is how to get the youth to put down the guns.
Is he focusing a lot on that?
He focusing.
He's not only focusing, but like Mark said, he's making a good start. He's in the school, he's in McClymonds. I mentor McClymonds in West Oakland, one of the baddest schools out here. But he's in the community and he's in the schools and he's in his kids' face and he's encouraging them and he's doing what he needs to do. He's fixing the community from the inside out, not from the outside trying to go in having no idea what's going on.
It's a capitalist society. There has to be rich people and there has to be poor people.
This is an economic issue.
People are going to find ways to survive because they're not going to just die.
A lot of these men dropped out of school at 9th grade, so slinging becomes part of the game and learning how to hustle and steal and whatever else, because the bottom line is they need money.
I appreciate the men of valor, you know, Bob Jackson, because, you know, he's giving back, you know, and some of us that don't, you know, didn't have a father, you know, wasn't raised, you know, we can come here and they show us the way.
From menace to minister, Bishop Jackson is making change in Oakland. He's the founder of Men of Valor and the pastor of Acts Full Gospel Church of God in Christ.
Men need 3 things. They need, first of all, to be trained and taught and mentored in the area of becoming a man of valor, a man of integrity, a man of character, a man that stands for something, okay? And then secondly, they need a GED, because most of them dropped out of school, the inner city schools. And then thirdly, they need a vocational skill where they can become profitable and marketable in today's society.
So why are you so compassionate about helping these brothers get off the street and change their lives?
I grew up in the church a little bit as a child, but then as a teenager, I got away from the church, and I'm telling you, my life went down, down, down. And even though I didn't do jail and I didn't get shot and that kind of thing, I carried a gun, I was out in the street, I was into drinking and alcohol and drugs, riding motorcycles, I was in motorcycle gangs. And so I know the lifestyle. I know